The following program is a Town of Colonie television production of the William K. Sanford Town Library.
Welcome to Getting to Know You. My name is Joe Nash. Today we're talking to Debbie Goedeke. She's the Convention Services Manager for the City of Albany, and we're going to be talking about holiday events in Albany. So welcome back, Debbie, because you've been here before.
Thank you. I have been. Thanks, Joe.
Now, before we talk about individual holiday events, I just want to ask you a couple questions.
Sure.
How was 2014 for the City of Albany from the Convention Services Manager point of view?
Well, extremely busy. I was just talking to someone downstairs, and I said usually December's a quiet month, and we're still going great guns.
Oh, okay.
So it's really great. Albany's a great destination. It's a great place to come to. And so I probably service, I want to say, anywhere between 20 to 25 groups in about a 6 to 7 week span.
Groups that are coming.
Conventions that are coming here to town.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is all for next 2015.
Well, they're actually, when I say service, I mean provide those services and resources right during their convention while they're in town.
Very good. So it's going to be a bright future with the convention center coming.
It sure is.
Okay.
It sure is.
And then secondly, before we talk about individual events here, I noticed we're going to be talking about Police Athletic League, Capitol Rep Theater, the Park Playhouse people, the Times Union Center, the Egg, et cetera. How is it that your office, I know it's not probably just you, but how do you work with all these groups?
Well, what we do is we try to promote those events that those entities have, not just during the holidays, but throughout the year. So we partner with them, with any of our groups that come into town. For instance, there's a group right now at the Hilton in downtown Albany, and Cap Rep, of course, is right across the street. So we want to promote the Secret Garden with those folks that are at the Hilton. It isn't just a matter of coming into town and staying at the hotel. We want them to take advantage of all the services, all the entertainment, all the attraction, everything that's Albany. We want every group to be able to take care of.
We're not going to be. You must work with all the hotels then, right?
We do work with all the hotels.
There's no events at the hotels, though. That's why they weren't on my list. Well, why don't we start with the big event?
Sure.
The 18th annual. I can't believe they've been doing this for 18 years. The Price Chopper, the lights through Washington Park, sponsored by the Police Athletic League.
Yes.
And it goes from, well, I'll just say it already started the day we're filming, but it goes till January 3rd. So.
It does. And it's bigger and better. From what I understand, it's bigger and better this year than it ever has been. And Police Athletic League partners with Price Chopper on that. And I do want to just give a plug out to those community sponsors that do kick in financial backing to these events, and for people to make sure that they support them throughout the year, because they're promoting and supporting our community events. So we surely appreciate that, but they have all these different displays, and you can see it in your car. They have walks for charity that are also done in the park, and I believe you can also even ride your bicycle through the park.
I know that you can go to the website. It's a very long website. AlbanyCapitalHolidayLights.com. If you want to do that, I think I would prefer to walk through.
I do too. Well, the last run, that's Saturday, that will be through that'll go, part of that loop is through the lights in the park.
So do they actually change the different displays every year?
Yes, they do. I don't know. I mean, some of them are standard that people normally like and they get a good response on, but they do change them out.
Okay. And then one thing that people are watching, I think people may forget this a lot, you don't just drive through. When you're done, you can go down to the lake house and tell us
Yes.
what goes on at the lake
Well,
house.
they have refreshments. You can have, normally Santa's down there. And so there's, again, it's not just a matter of going to, going and seeing the lights, but actually going into the park house with your family afterwards, which a lot of people have not been inside the park house. And that's a beautiful facility.
And it has all kinds of, is there like a crafts fair in there? Or can you buy stuff? Or?
I'm not certain about that, but I know that it's very, very popular.
Because I saw the picture on the website. It looks
Okay.
like there's a lot of stuff going on.
Okay, well, I would go to that website and double check before you bring your pocketbook for the craft fair.
Okay, so it's $15 per car to drive through, and $25 for, it says here, an 10 to 18 passenger vehicle. I'm not sure what that
Sure.
would
Well,
be,
I
but-
guess it would be a van or a minibus.
Okay, and it's more for more. And then is Price Chopper is the main
Yes,
the
Price
main
Chopper is the
sponsor?
main sponsor
Okay.
this year for that.
So that's the 18th annual, and the money collected, the Police Athletic League, it goes to their events?
It goes to them, and then it goes to some other community events that they
Okay.
put on.
Now, the second event, you already mentioned a little bit, down at Cap Rep Theater. It's playing until December 21st. It's the musical based on the very famous, I guess it's a kid's book, The Secret Garden.
Yes.
It's a musical.
Yes. So again, it's a great family event that you can bring your family to. That's right in downtown Albany. So they can come in, they can get a bite to eat, and then they can head over to Cap Rep and see The Secret
And
Garden.
I should say that in the early 90s, this play was on Broadway. I think it won a Tony for, it may have been scenery, I'm not sure. But it is a musical, and I think families, they do like musicals. I think.
Well, and they do a great job down there.
Yes,
at
I've been there
Cap
many
Rep.
times. They're
Yes,
very-
they just do a fabulous job with a lot of local regional talent. That's part of their productions, both behind the scenes and as part of it.
Now, a next event we're going to talk a little bit about, it's Times Union Center, Disney on Ice. It's going to be there December 17th through the 21st, but they're doing 8 shows in 5 days.
They are.
I
That's
don't
a
know.
very popular. All the Disney characters will be there. If we hear that Frozen song, I know all of us that have children, if they hear that Frozen song one more time. But let it go and head on down to the Times Union Center.
Well,
to
one
see
thing I
that.
noticed, I was looking on the website, I didn't know this till I was looking, but is there 3 or 4 different Disney tours out there? I think the one that's coming here is not Frozen. It's called Princes and Princesses, I think.
Okay.
But I mean, there are several different
Oh,
ones.
sure.
But I think there are some characters from Frozen in that. And like I say, there's 8 shows in 5 days. There's many, during the day for. Now, does the city actually work with the Disney people on that? Or is it all Times Union Center? Or you just-
It's Times Union Center, and also, too, I don't specifically work for the city. I work for the Convention and
Okay.
Visitors Bureau.
All right.
Yeah,
I
so
thought
that's
you were a-
2 separate entities.
I thought you were-
I got to get a plug-in for the Bureau, Joe. Okay.
I thought you were a city, you're not a city agency. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
We're not. Yep,
All right.
we're not.
Now, the next thing,
Yeah.
this should be interesting, the people every summer the Park Playhouse people, they do the 2 musicals
Yes.
in Washington Park every summer. They're going to be doing something, one night only. I think it's 2 shows, though. The Park Playhouse people are doing
Charlie
tell us-
Brown Christmas. Yep.
from the cartoon from the 60s.
Yep.
They made
and they're doing that right at the Palace Theater. Park Playhouse is now partnering with the Palace Theater on some of their productions, and so they will be doing that right there at the Palace. And also, just so everybody knows, because sometimes people, think, oh my goodness, where am I going to park down there? There is free parking at all the Palace Theater events.
for
So-
all the Christmas stuff. Oh,
No, throughout the year.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's free parking.
I did not know that.
Well, there you go.
So that's December 21st. There's 2 shows, 3 and 7, and they've made a play out of the Charlie Brown Christmas, the famous cartoon, and it's the Park Playhouse people. So that actually should be pretty good.
It'll be very good. It'll be something different too.
Yeah, it is. This next item we have here, this is a free item. People like free events.
Absolutely.
I think it just opened a few weeks ago. The ice skating at the Empire State Plaza, which is always free. You have to pay it if you want to rent skates.
Exactly.
But it's open. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it's open 7 days a week, and you can go down there, skate for free. I think it's sponsored by Hannaford, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
Okay, I got to get a plug in for our good community sponsors. But so you can do it down with your family, skate for free. You can rent skates down there. I believe that Friday is a free rental skate day, if I'm not mistaken. And so a great activity. You know, we live in the Northeast, so people might as well go out and enjoy things that they can do outdoors.
And if you go to the website, it's empirestateplaza.org, winter.empirestateplaza.org. But besides just skating for free, there are several times you can pick, the dates are on the website, where you can have learn to skate clinics. There's a lot of those. There's also try hockey for free. I'm not sure what that is.
I'm not either.
Hand out
I might like
sticks.
that, though. I might like that.
You might, since you were telling me before about all your triathlon adventures. So that goes on. I think the skating goes on, winter.
It does, right up until the ice will hold. I think it's scheduled until February 28th. And just be sure to, if it does seem to be a little warm outside, just be sure to visit the website first and make sure that the skating rink is open.
Yes, it does say on their website it's weather dependent. Now the next event is right here in Colonie. I don't know if you work with these guys, the Shaker Heritage Site. Their Christmas craft fair, it ends December 20th, so you can go over there.
They have about 75 craft vendors in there. Again, a great shop to holiday shop. But another thing is a lot of your local artists are set up in there that you'll be able to get Christmas gifts from.
A lot of the vendors are from
this area.
Okay.
Yep, they're from this area.
And if you go to the website, they don't just bring their stuff for that month. It says they have a lot of new stuff every
They
once in a
do.
while.
So it isn't the same thing every time you go.
Yes, I actually go to that every year. So you can get a nice.
Again, the Shakers are a big part of our heritage here in the Colonie, especially.
Now another event we have here. This is going to be at the Egg. The Albany Berkshire Ballet. I did not know that there was why do you know why they're the Albany Berkshire?
I don't. There's a lot of different ones around, but I saw that the Albany Berkshire Ballet was going to be at the Egg for that performance.
They're going to be there doing the Nutcracker.
Again, another great holiday favorite.
That's going to be on December 20th. Now, does the Convention Services Bureau, do you have a website?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Our website is www.albany.org. You can actually go right on there and pull up our calendar of events, and we will have all of the events, not just for the month of December, but events that go on throughout the year.
I know you're up. You guys, you work obviously all year round.
We do work, and then some.
Okay, and now we have some other events here. There's a lot of events going on. These aren't in Albany, but I guess we could mention a few of them because they're in our area, and the holidays are always a good time to go out and do stuff. There's this one looks very intriguing over in Proctor's. I don't know if it's CBS 6, the TV station. They're having a Melodies of Christmas concert on December 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st. Do you know anything about that?
Well,
I have information here.
That's a yearly event that they do, and I think Liz Bishop actually hosts that.
Okay.
She usually hosts that, but that's done through the television station, and there's a lot of choirs and bands that are part of that.
Well, they're having over here, this is in Proctor's, it's the Empire State Youth Orchestra, the Empire State Youth Choral, and the special guest Grand Central Station. These are local bands. The Grand Central Station, the McCrells are always popular.
Yes.
And there are also two dance troupes, Northeast Ballet and Orlando School of Dance. So there's 4 shows with that. Again, December 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st. The holidays are a good time to get out and do things. Let's see. The Tenbrook Mansion has several events. Although we already talked to them, we have a whole show about
Good.
just about them.
It's one of my favorite spots, too.
Now, what am I missing? Am I missing anything? Have we gone over everything?
I don't think so. I think you've, pretty well touched on a lot of different things that families can do. A lot of those events are complimentary. I also want to let families know, go to these particular spots and like their Facebook pages.
Oh, okay.
Because then you can get notifications about what's going on with all of those attractions and their events.
You mean each of these places?
Sure, like the Times Union Center or the Palace or Cap Rep.
Okay.
Absolutely. And sometimes they give discounts.
Oh, okay.
And they, social media, they post everything on social media with regard to their performance, who's in it. It's not just the website anymore. And a lot of them have mobile apps that you can put right on your phone and get those schedules.
Oh, okay. Oh, here's one thing, I guess. This is going to be on Saturday, December 13th. Breakfast with Santa Claus.
Oh, yes.
That's over at the Desmond here.
At the Desmond Hotel, and they do a great job. I'm actually bringing my grandchildren there. They do a great job in decorating the Desmond, but they'll have an excellent, delicious breakfast, and then you can have your photo taken with
okay.
Santa. Santa will be visiting all the children that are there, and bring a gift. Their benefactor is Toys for Tots.
Okay. We have a thing here in the library also for Toys for Tots.
Excellent.
We can do that. Well, it sounds like there's a lot to be due in Albany over the show will be on the whole month, probably into
Great.
next year.
Great.
So perhaps people will see you down at some events. Have I left anything out?
You haven't, and we just want to make sure that everybody gets down and takes advantage of every single thing they can here in the capital region, because there is so much to do, and we all won't have enough time to do it.
That's true. Okay. Well, thank you, Debbie, for coming up, and we'll probably have you back after the winter and the holidays.
Good.
You can tell us all about the non-holiday events.
I would love to. It would be my pleasure. Thanks for having me, Joe.
Okay. So that is it for this time, and we'll see you next time.